which is coming, it is all natural from the grape itself. And from this system, yield we are getting per acre around 5 tons. So 1 ton is equal to 1000 kgs of the grapes. But in European method, we are getting only 3.5 tons. So the lesser we get the yield, it is better for the quality purpose. And our harvest season is only from Feb to April. That's the time we do the harvesting. We get second crop also in the month of September and October month, but we don't use that. Even we don't let to grow also, because if we use 2 crops in a year, our wine quality will be reduced. So that's the reason we use only 1 crop in a year. And the life of the plant will be up to 20 years, but after 15 years, quality and the quantity will be reduced. So after every 15 years, we'll do the replantation. So when we do the replantation, we'll get the first harvest. From the seed to first harvest, it will take total 3 years time. That's why we started in 2008 and the first bottle was launched in 2011. So we don't follow that method because we don't put the seeds directly inside the soil, otherwise we have to wait for 3 years. So, and this phase 2, this will take another 3 months to get ready. And phase 3, we have done the pruning there. So you can see the small baby grapes in this. The new fresh one, the green color one. So after every harvesting, we'll do 2 types of pruning. One is the back pruning and the fore pruning. So pruning is nothing but we'll remove all these branches and leaves so that we'll get the fresh one after 25 days. And from the flower to till overripe grapes, it will take total 4 months. And again we do the fore pruning before we harvest the grapes, because to control the yield, because even excessive yield also, again it will be effect for the quality purpose. So that's the reason we do this 2 types of pruning after every harvest. And what we have 365 acres land, that is in Maharashtra, in Nasik as well as in Solapur. In Karnataka we are growing in Bagalkote and Vijaypur. So these 2 places mainly we are growing the premium quality of the wine grapes. So why we selected only Maharashtra and Karnataka? Maharashtra is good for the red grapes because the more sunlight, it gives the tannin in the red grapes. And Karnataka's climate is, during the day it's hotter and the nights are cooler. So it is better for the acidic taste in the white grapes. So that's why we selected these 2 places. So acidic taste and the tannin taste, this you will understand during the wine tasting session, what is that. And there are 2 types of growing method. This system we call it as canopy system. This is the Indian method. What we have 365 acres land, that we are following the European system. It is called garden system. So the difference between this method and the European method is, first thing for the wine grapes, sunlight is very important. So you can let's follow the wine here. So why are we following these 5 years? Because if you go to any restaurant somewhere, if you want to only the juice comes under this fermentation tank. So inside this fermentation tank, we do alcoholic fermentation. So during the alcoholic fermentation, yeast will be added, Saccharomyces cerevisiae yeast, to convert the sugar into alcohol. So for this process, it takes around 3 months. And always for whites and rosé wines, we ferment at lower degree temperature, around 8 to 10 degrees Celsius, because to get the fruity aromas in the wine. After that, we do fining process. So fining process is done only in India, not in other countries, because in India many people still prefer semi-dry or the sweeter wine. If the wine is bitter, people doesn't like the wine at all. So that's the reason we do the fining process in India. After that, it's a filtration, then the bottling and the labeling. So this is how the white wine is made. For the red wine, during the fermentation, we take along with the skin and the seeds also, because whatever the color is coming in the red wine, it is natural from the skin, and so bitterness is from the seeds. That's why all the wine grapes are with the seed only. We don't use any seedless grapes. And have you noticed whites and rosé wines are little sweeter and red wines are more bitter than whites and rosé? Because for the red wine we are taking seeds also, that's why it is more bitter than whites and rosé. And red wine fermentation gets faster within 2 months because of the higher temperature in red wine. So red wine temperature is around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius during the alcoholic fermentation. After that, we do the aging process in French oak barrels, which we have imported from France. So aging process in India, we started with 6 months. Now we are into 3 years. And as long we do this process, even the bottle price will be increased. So after 3 years aging, again in the bottle along with the cork cap, we'll keep it for 3 months. So let's say after 4 years, it is sell out in the market. And non-aged wines are ready to be bottled after 7 months. Anytime we can do the bottling. And the difference between aged wine and non-aged wines are, aged wine bottles are always with the cork cap, and non-aged wines with the screw caps. That's the difference. And always when you buy a bottle from outside, so after crushing, we'll have more of this. So that time we'll sell it to Heritage Factory. It is in Chennapatna towards Mysore. So there they are making grape seeds oil, as well as nowadays in parlors they are getting wine facials and wine cosmetic things. So it's all made of this.
Wow. Wow.